started working to earn money at just 10 years old, and she was the only one in her family capable of supporting them financially. Her father, intellectually disabled, couldn't work, and her younger sister, frail and frequently ill, was always under her care. Though their family was poor and life was hard, the daily routine of the three of them was simple and warm. This ordinary life gradually collapsed with the arrival of an American father and daughter. One day, Sun Young's uncle brought over an American father and daughter. The moment he entered, he demanded Sun Young call the man dad. The American Steve intended to adopt a Korean girl. Sun Young's uncle, acting as an intermediary, finalized the arrangement. Upon seeing Sun Young's docile nature, maturity, and good health, Steve immediately expressed his willingness to adopt her. The local boys saw foreigners for the first time. They surrounded Steve's daughter Barbie. Sun Young witnessed this scene. She helped Barbie shoo away the boys, then quickly led Barbie away from the area. This incident forged a friendship between the two girls. Though they couldn't communicate verbally, they both sensed closeness and kindness in each other. After dropping Steve and his family off at the hotel, Sun Young's uncle returned to find her father. He produced a packet of cheap sausages to bribe him into signing the adoption papers. All he did it for the meager referral fee. The next day, Sun Young's younger sister Sunjae came home from school. Sun Young told her about the impending adoption. Upon hearing this, her sister confronted her. "If you leave, who will take care of me and dad?" Sun Young replied that she didn't want to go to America at all. But Sunjae's next words caught her off guard.
그럼 내가 갈게. 가고 싶어? 그걸 말이라고 해? 미국 안 가고 싶은 사람이 세상에 어딨어? 내가 보내준다고 미국 가는 게 아니야. 작은 아빠한테 말해야 돼. 작은 아빠한테 가서 말해. 어서 말하라고. 미국 가서 살고 싶다고.
Sunjae was filled with longing for America. She often dreamed of becoming a Barbie doll, and believed going to America would bring her a better life. That evening, Sun Young sought out her uncle to relay Sunjae's wish to go to America in her place. But the uncle rejected the proposal outright. His reason was that Sunjae was frail and often ill. To secure the chance to go to America, the next morning, Sunjae entered her uncle's room carrying a tray of breakfast. Her little scheme was written all over her face. But in the end, her uncle still insisted it was impossible for her to go to America. That morning, while selling bracelets on the beach, Sun Young encountered Barbie again. Not understanding the exchange rate for US dollars, Sun Young sold Barbie a bracelet for $100. When Steve rushed over, he didn't greet Sun Young. He showed no warmth toward this future foster daughter. Upon learning about the bracelet, Sunjae told her sister it was fraud. Then Sunjae took the $100 and said he would return the money on behalf of his sister. After leaving, Sunjae didn't return the money. She exchanged it for Korean won and bought herself new clothes and cosmetics. That evening, Sunjae happily showed off her new outfit. Sun Young, who was mending clothes, saw her and praised her for being beautiful. The next day, on her way to sell the bracelet, Sun Young again encountered Barbie and Steve dining at the same place. Sun Young explained to Barbie that she had sold the bracelet for too much, and asked if her sister had returned the money. But Barbie couldn't understand what Sun Young was saying. She warmly invited Sun Young to join them for lunch. Barbie then turned to ask her father's permission, but Steve refused without hesitation. After returning home, Barbie was puzzled by her father's behavior. Why did her father consistently ignore and treat Sun Young coldly? If he had already decided to adopt Sun Young, why wouldn't he accept her? Facing his daughter's confusion, Steve offered no answer. Instead, he sternly ordered Barbie to stay away from Sun Young. That evening, feeling upset, Barbie snuck out. The seaside town wasn't large. On the street, Barbie unexpectedly ran into Sun Young again. She took Sun Young to eat barbecue, then brought her back to the hotel where she was staying. The two of them played in the hotel for a long time before Sun Young left. After Sun Young returned home from the hotel, Sunjae felt a surge of jealousy and anger. She believed her sister was deliberately getting close to Steve and his daughter. She felt her sister had lied to her. She told her sister, "You just want to go to America. You want me to live with that idiot dad forever." To realize her own plan to go to America, Sunjae went to the hotel where Steve was staying the next day. She wore a new dress and heavy makeup. Using self-taught English, she expressed her desire to spend the day playing with Steve and his daughter. Sunjae's purposeful smile made Barbie's face full of disgust. To curry favor with Steve, Sunjae served drinks to him on the beach all day like a servant. This behavior only intensified Barbie's loathing for her. After returning home, Sunjae fell ill from standing too long. Sun Young stayed by her side to care for her. Yet Sunjae's hostility toward her sister remained. She urged her sister to abandon her plans to go to America.
나 오늘 스티브 아저씨 만나 즐겁게 놀았어. 날 너무 좋아하는 것 같더라.
That day, Barbie went to school to find Sun Young. Sun Young took her to the music room to play piano together. Steve, who had rushed to the school, witnessed the scene. He realized he couldn't prevent his daughter from becoming friends with Sun Young, so he changed his mind. He stated he no longer wished to adopt Sun Young, but instead wanted to adopt Sunjae. Later, Steve took Sunjae to the hospital for a physical examination. Her body was healthy, though somewhat weak. Upon learning this, Barbie was very reluctant. but her opinion ultimately failed to change her father's decision. After returning home, Sunyoung urged her sister not to go to America. If she did, it would be very difficult for the two sisters to meet again.
나보고 평생 이 꼬라지 보고 살라고?
Meanwhile, at the hotel on the other side, Barbie overheard shocking news. Her father's true purpose in Korea wasn't adoption at all. Barbie's sister has a congenital heart disease. Her father came here just to help her find a heart for a transplant. To Steve, the adopted daughter was merely a heart carrier. So Steve doesn't let Barbie and Sunyoung have any contact. To spare Barbie's feelings, he shifted his adoption target to Sunjae. Upon learning the truth, Barbie angrily confronted her father. She thought the deal was murder, but Steve insisted it was her sister's only chance at survival, though Barbie also wanted her sister to live. But she thinks it is always wrong to take away what belongs to others. So she stole Sunjae's passport, intending to discard it. Yet in the end, her kindness didn't prevail. She returned to her room and handed the passport back to her father. Caught between her sister and the despised Sunjae, Barbie ultimately chose her sister. On the eve of Sunjae's departure, she told Sunyoung, "Take good care of Dad. When I grow up and earn money, I'll bring you to America to play." Hearing her sister's words, Sunyoung wept uncontrollably. Her tears held both deep emotion and the pain of parting. The next day, Sunjae gathered her pocket money. She took her father and sister to a photo studio. The three of them took their only family portrait together. It would also be their last. On the night before Sunjae's departure, Barbie took a taxi alone to Sunyoung's house. Her face filled with guilt, she apologized to Sunyoung. She told Sunyoung her sister had a serious illness, but Sunyoung couldn't grasp the implication in Barbie's words. She could only plead with Barbie to take good care of Sunjae in America, though neither understood the other's words, but they could both sense the sadness spreading through each other.
내 동생 친동생처럼 잘 챙겨줘. 말 안 들어도 때리지 말고 잘 타일러서 보살펴줘. 내가 나중에 널 만나면 그 고마움 몇백 배로 갚아줄게.
On the day of Sunjae's departure, Sunyoung prepared a feast for her sister before she left. During the meal, Sunyoung wept again from sorrow. Unaware of the pain, their father kept feeding Sunja. As Steve and his daughter's car pulled up, Sunyoung asked Barbie again in front of the car window to take good care of her sister. Barbie no longer had the courage to face her. She silently handed Sunyoung a letter instead. Sunjae beamed with joy inside the car. As it drove away, she finally headed toward the America she'd longed for. Back home, Sunyoung opened Barbie's letter. It was filled with the English word sorry. Sunyoung knew the meaning of that word. In that instant, she realized her sister's adoption might not be as simple as it seemed. But when she rushed outside the car carrying her sister was already far away. She ran desperately in the direction her sister had left. But all she was left with was helplessness and despair. At the film's conclusion, Sunjae waved an American flag joyfully at the airport. That flag symbolized prosperity and beauty in her heart. Yet what awaited her was not clear skies but gloom. The good life she expected seemed impossible to achieve.